Good morning. Happy Monday morning to everyone out there. And this is a blessed morning, beautiful sunshine. It's a little cool outside this morning, but you know what? It's okay. It's still a beautiful day. So let's be happy and rejoice. We should be grateful and thankful for Mondays because if you don't get Mondays, you don't get Fridays. So how's that go? So what an awesome weekend, that we had this weekend. We had the Super Bowl. It was a fun game. I watched to watch it, and it was good to watch. And what a blessing it was to just enjoy entertainment, even with strangers. And just a blessing and be able to enjoy, to being out, to enjoy the company of people. And and we're getting back to some normalcy in life. Baruch Hashem. So that's the great thing about that. This morning we're going to be reading from Psalm 136. It's kind of a long psalm, but you know what? The the theme of this reading this morning is the overwhelming kindness of Hashem, and that's what Psalm 136 is about. Is Hashem's kindness, and as we read through this, there's different points when we read this to understand that Hashem's kindness is in quite a bit of everything. Ups, downs, lows, even some of the things that is hard to read in the Torah is wrapped in Hashem's kindness. There's a reason why it's spoken that way and He's presented that way. So, just think about that. We should be, the kindness of Hashem gives us Mondays. Everybody wants to gloom and grow and be sad because it's a Monday. They're frustrated. Oh, they got to go to work. No, 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 no. That's the wrong attitude. That's the wrong attitude at all. You should be happy because you get to go to work on Monday. Matter of fact, you should be thankful. And when we start out this psalm, it says about giving thanks to Hashem because for He is good and His kindness endures. For He is good. He's good because He gave you a work day when it starts on Monday, when it could have started on Sunday or on the weekends. So it shouldn't matter what day it is. Monday is just another day. It's a day you start your work week, and it's a day to get your work done. So we should be happy for Mondays. Happy Mondays. All right, I'm going to read Psalm 136. I'm going to be reading from the Stone edition of the Tanakh. Okay, here it goes. This is Psalm 136. So give thanks to Hashem, for He is good, and His kindness endures forever. Give thanks to the God of the heavenly powers, for His kindness endures forever. Give thanks to the Lord of lords, for His kindness endures forever. To Him who alone performs great wonders, for His kindness endures forever. To Him who made heavens with understanding, for His kindness endures forever. To Him who made the heaven, I already said that. To Him who made great lights, for His kindness endures forever. The sun for the rain of the day, for His kindness endures forever. The moon and the stars for their reign of the night, for His kindness endures forever. To Him who smote the Egypt through their firstborn, for His kindness endures forever, and brought Israel forth from the mist, for His kindness endures forever. With strong hand and outstretched arm, for His kindness endures forever. To Him who divided the sea of reeds into parts, for His kindness endures forever, and caused Israel to pass through it, for His kindness endures forever, and through Pharaoh and his army into the sea of reeds, for His kindness endures forever. To Him who led His people through the wilderness, for His kindness endures forever. To him he smote great kings, for his kindness endures forever, and slew mighty kings, for his kindness endures forever. Sihon, king of the Amorite, for his kindness endures forever. And Og, the king of Bashan, for his kindness endures forever. And presented their land as a heritage, for his kindness endures forever. A heritage of Israel, his servant, for his kindness endures forever. In our lowliness he remembered us, for his kindness endures forever. And he released us from our tormentors, for his kindness endures forever. He gives nourishment to all flesh, for his kindness endures forever. Give thanks to the God of heavens, that's plural, for his kindness endures forever. That's Psalm 136. And as we can see, there's different kind of things why we have to look at this, because of his kindness is involved in every aspect in our life. And here we see that when we read the accounts of creation, the sun ruling by day, it's because of his kindness. The moon and stars at night is because of his kindness. And when you wake up, think about it. When you see that sunrise every morning, when people get up in the morning at that time and they see the sunrise, that's the kindness of Hashem. He's going to give you a light so you can see through the day so you can do your business. But also those who have to wake up at night, when you see the sunset and you're going to work at night, he's going to give you those lights to illuminate the evening. You know, sometimes it's cloudy and sometimes it's not, but those are things are there because a lot of people use those signs and symbols to look at time. A lot of like even Israel, even the Jewish people use the moon to set its calendar, its timeline. So it's because of his kindness he gives those things so we can use them as an instrument of time. So that's why his kindness is all involved in everything. And then we see about him talking about the what happens after the Passover when Egypt and Pharaoh was chasing after Israel, and he shows during the Passover the firstborn. He killed the firstborn because of his kindness to Israel, because Pharaoh also killed the firstborn of Israel. So you know what? This is a retaliation from that. So that's because of his kindness, because you know his kindness actually helps overthrow wickedness and evil in the world because of his kindness, because he sees those who are downtrodden and he see what was happening to the children of Israel in Egypt. So because of his kindness, he overthrows our enemies, and actually they're also his enemies, because he's making his name known, he's making himself known among this world that he is Hashem, and that because of his kindness, you know, his love, he overthrows evil, because he cannot, if he wasn't full of kindness and love, he will not afflict those people. There wouldn't be no accountability, because even though man is weak and feeble, he rules the world. He rules this planet with righteousness and justice. So we must understand that through Hashem's kindness and his mercy, he looks down and he sees the wickedness of man, like he did during the time of Pharaoh, and he chose children of Israel to come out to serve him. So through his kindness, he made a way for them to overthrow the Egyptians, and Hashem, through his kindness, he stood in between Pharaoh and his swordsmen and his army in Israel, as we read in the Torah back in the day. So through his kindness, then he lifted up the sea of reeds, and he allowed them to walk on dry ground, but he overthrew the Egyptians and when the sea of reeds. So he killed all those people, but because of his kindness, because if the evil would not stop. So through his kindness, he delivered Israel his people from the attack of the enemy. And he does the same thing for us when we're under attack and we're having an enemy. I have an enemy. I'm not going to speak of it, but I sense there's an enemy on the attack of me. And because, you know, things that go on behind the scene that Hashem knows, and because of his kindness, he wants to see righteousness. That's the key. That's the key to a lot of us is righteous. He wants things to be done right. So because of his kindness, he steps in to make these things happen. So think about that. It's because of his kindness and his righteousness. It endures. What does it mean? Kindness endures. That means his kindness is eternal. His kindness will always be a part of, it's always a part of who he is. So it's always going to be enduring. So that through every moment of time, his kindness has existed. When he gave us creation, when he gave us beautiful things, when he gives you a family, all that is due to his kindness. So his kindness is overwhelming because it's a part of everything in creation in our life. Because his kindness also, brings us those step because he also his kindness, he wants us to be righteous. So in kindness, he sends people to discipline us so and correct us from bad behavior. That's because of his kindness. Because he wants righteousness to reign. And here so we see that he overthrew kings and he overthrows nations because of his kindness. Why? Because he rules the world. He knows what's going on in darkness in places like in North Korea that no one gets. He knows what's going on there. So we don't see everything going on. But you know what? Because of his kindness, it's not as brutal as it probably could. He could be more brutal. It could have been like the Pharaoh in the back in the day where, I mean, some of these countries are a modern day Egypt, how they treat their people full of wickedness and evil and distant and this dictatorship. But it could be worse if Hashem didn't show his kindness upon those people there. And it's hard to see that, but it could be worse. We don't know what's going on, but Hashem rules the world. There's a reason why Hashem, he sees that. He knows what's going on. So it's hard to see those things and think about it because, it's pretty tough to see. Because of his kindness, Hashem frees the captives. So even through his kindness, when someone passes away, because of their hardship that person is in, Hashem's kindness releases the captive. He sets them free from the pain and misery. Probably like every death of every human being, they're releasing that person from their sickness in their body, or it's just maybe because of his kindness that person fulfilled everything that they were supposed to do, and it's time for them to come from the earth, and it's time for him to take them from this world. So because of that, and it might be just like Moses when he fulfilled his mission in life, it's time for him to go. Why does he need to be here any longer? He fulfilled his mission. So, that's what it might be. And that's because of his kindness. He's releasing these people from the world. And because of his kindness, he gives you your spouse and your children. Right? He gives you your food in its proper time because of his kindness. That's it. I mean, this is such a principle of his overwhelming kindness because we don't even think about it. We don't even think about how awesome Hashem is and how he causes his face to shine on us every single day. He opens doors of opportunity. He feeds the hungry, clothes the naked. He straightens the bent. We read that in our prayer book. And all that is because of his kindness. Okay. And he chose the children of Israel to be his servant because of his kindness. Why? Because he didn't choose everyone. He chose Israel because they said, we will do what you say we will do. So they stepped forward and say, you know what? When I've been taught that the world didn't want the Torah, so he gave it to the children of Israel to teach them. So he chose them out of everybody to be his servants, to be the priesthood of the world, and to be a light to the nations. He teaches the Torah because of his kindness. He chose them to serve him because they are devout and they are obedient to his call. And we should be so thankful. We should give thanks to Hashem because of that. Because if it wasn't for the Jewish people, the rabbis who teach us the Torah and Tanakh, we wouldn't know anything about righteousness and justice and how to live a godly life. So it's their responsibility to teach us, the non-Jew, the B'nai Noach, for which I am, and everybody is a descendant of Noah. But it was separated at Mount Sinai that those who chose to follow the Torah, the Jewish people, the 12 tribes of Israel, that came out of the bosom of Abraham. We give thanks to Hashem because of his goodness, and his kindness endures forever because of that. He granted us the blessing of having wonderful, amazing people to teach us the Tanakh and Torah so we can understand and how to live a righteous life according to Hashem's plan, not ours. And that's the point. So each and every blessing of each and every day, Hashem's kindness, his face shines upon you when you awake and when you rise up, when you lie down, and you think about Hashem, especially those who know him. It's because of his kindness, even about the heathen of the world who don't know Hashem. He feeds them, he clothes them, he blesses those people, and they don't even realize it. They don't believe it because it's the kindness of Hashem that Hashem blesses everyone. That's it. And you know what? Even though you're ungrateful and unthankful and full of wickedness and lying and deceit, Hashem's mercy is upon you each and every day because of his kindness. Because you know what? He doesn't want anybody to perish. He wants you to turn from your sin and be grateful and thankful for each and every blessing he bestows on you every day. Every breath you take is a blessing from Hashem. You think about that. When you put food in your mouth and it goes into your body, Hashem blessed you with the opportunity to eat that. It gives you a job. Everything is wrapped up in Hashem's kindness. So, and this is a song. This is actually a song. And it says in the pretext, a song of God's creation and rulership of the world in general, and Israel in particular. So when you're sick in your body because of an illness, does Hashem give you a body that tells you that there's something wrong? Because of his kindness, he put in place things into your body to tell you something isn't right. And Hashem would give us doctors and medical services to go to help figure out what's going on. So because of his kindness, he gives you a body that when something is wrong with it, it's a mechanism that says, when you have a fever or when you have pain or when you have things going on, he gives instruments inside your body to tell you something needs to be fixed or something is out of a place. Why? Because he put that there because of his kindness, because he wants you to know that inside your body is a soul, and your body needs to be healthy and strong, so your your soul can exist because you have a purpose, Baruch Hashem. You have a purpose and a destiny. Because of his kindness, he brought you into this world to make a difference in this world, to correct bad behavior, whatever it might be, but most of all, to serve him and be a blessing to others. So today, the first thing you should do is give thanks to Hashem, for he is good and his kindness endures forever. That's Psalm 136, verse 1. Remember that. Give thanks to Hashem, for he is good and his kindness endures forever. Every single day, that should be our prayer. So that was Psalm 136. The overwhelming kindness of Hashem is the theme of this. So be blessed today. Have a great week. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. every morning. That's going to be the set time unless something changes and I have to pre-record or go past the time. But about this time, I'm trying to set this so that way people are knowing that I'm going to go live. So that's why I'm trying to make this in. And Baruch Hashem for my beautiful fiance for setting that. Say, hey, why don't you set this at a point in time that people know when you're going to go live? And Baruch Hashem, that's what I'm doing. Good advice. So 10 o'clock every morning, we'll go live and try to be a blessing to everyone. So if you appreciate this, you know you know what everybody says. Hit the like button, share it, and also hit the notification button when I go live, which I'm going to try to do 10 a.m. every single morning if possible. But if not, it will be every day somehow, unless something happens. All right? God bless and have a great day.